Mastering Mediocrity presents Europe, the final countdown.
But it is kind of that way, isn't
You
it?
worked very hard for the things that you have.
I haven't.
Grab this.
Yeah. Extracted from the barrel walls. Okay.
Jesus.
You dropped the cap all the way over here. Now my hand smells like alcohol.
Jesus.
Yeah. That's not good.
It's not.
Hello and welcome to Mastering Mediocrity Music Reviews. I am Jeff.
I'm Ben.
And this is a recording where we take sometimes relevant recent music, sometimes whatever we want, and we rate it on a score of 0 to 10. And there has been a song that got a 0 out of 10 from me.
You gave a song
and
a 0?
From you. I think it was Dirge.
Oh, it was, yeah. Instrumental or something like that.
Yeah, well, it was just like a short,
Yeah.
some weird lyrics, and
Yeah.
it deserved the 0 that it got. But today we are doing Europe's The Final Countdown.
Yes.
This is an album that Ben chose.
Yes.
Ben, give us
1986.
Yeah. 1986.
Yep.
First appearance.
So not relevant whatsoever.
It was the year you were born. That gives me relevance because I appreciate your existence.
Oh, thanks.
I know.
It was probably recorded in 1985, the year you were born.
Wow. To think the magic was happening then.
It brings it full circle.
So you could say that this album is really us.
We were conceived while this album was being conceived.
That's so hot.
Yeah. Blowing your mind.
And tell me a little bit about why you chose this.
All right, so it's like 2008, and I'm in the Marine Corps,
Sure.
and somehow or some way or another, I have been instructed to watch, or like somehow it came up. Oh, I was just buying DVDs like crazy. Just
You were big into the physical
Yeah.
DVD.
yeah, and I picked up Hot Rod.
Oh, that was it was a good one.
It's a great movie.
It was a great movie.
And this album, most of the songs on this album are on that, or in that movie.
Really?
Yes.
Huh.
And so like I have these.
I never noticed that.
And so like
You have to watch it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
go
meant
ahead.
to watch it before this, but I didn't.
Okay.
And,
so you're watching the movie.
Yeah, and I'm like, man, these songs are good, or let's listen to them, and they're good. And I get this is I think in 29 Palms, so out in California. Then I get transferred over to North Carolina,
Mm.
and
That's where you're basically you're getting ready to be
yes, that's where I'm
sent
at.
out. Yeah.
And me and my buddy Vince would go out to the bar, the adult entertainment bar,
Okay.
and this
I pick up what you're putting down.
and we had like a set of songs that we would listen to, and a number of these songs made it on that playlist.
Wow.
So like there was probably like a year of my life where
This had heavy influence.
yes, like these songs were my nightly soundtrack.
Wow.
So
This has got
So-
a special place. In
so
your
yeah,
heart.
like I kind of like we were saying earlier, or you were saying
And
earlier.
completely derivative from the movie Hot
Yeah.
Rod.
Yes.
That's crazy cool.
Yes.
Because Hot Rod was a movie that I feel like shouldn't exist.
Oh, it's
It's
ridiculous.
so good, bad.
Yes.
So good, bad.
Yes. Highly recommended.
If you've not seen Hot Rod,
Yes.
you need to go see Hot Rod. Like, maybe it doesn't exceed a 7 just because cinematography is whatever it is, but
Yeah, it's just a comedy.
It's
It's nothing.
funny.
Yeah. Anyway.
Good stuff.
So,
But
yeah.
we're here for Europe.
Right.
All right, so 1986.
Yep.
Europe mostly came from Hot Rod, becomes a nightly listen.
Yes.
But what I don't get is like, where are these guys from?
Sweden.
They're from Sweden. All right, makes sense that they're called Europe then.
Yeah.
What's to you? What's special about them?
Oh, I don't know. Nothing. It's just like these songs came around at the right time.
Not particularly musically amazing.
No, I think it is musically amazing.
I think we'll come to find
Okay.
that out. Yeah. So
Okay, all right, so yeah.
Yeah,
We'll
you
get
want to
into
move
it. We gotta
into
get
the
to it,
album
yes.
then? All right, so let's just, and this is exactly how the album starts. Let's just go full gear. The final countdown.
It's the first song, yeah.
It is the name of the album.
Yeah, I want you to go. I'm gonna let you go first. Or do you
Yeah.
want-
Well,
however you want to do it. I don't
and I have some understanding of how you feel about the song, but to me, it's a 9 out of 10. This song is legendary. You may not recognize the first 9 seconds because it's like a slow,
like a slow
but then it
tempo,
hits
right.
you with the keyboard,
Yeah.
and immediately
Well, yeah.
you know
Well,
that you are getting the final countdown.
It's like probably the most famous synthesizer riff in history. So
no doubt about it.
it's like I said earlier, I used to not call it the best song on the album. Like if somebody would ask, or like, oh yeah, that's Final Countdown, I love that song, and I'd be like, that's like the worst song on the album.
There's an element to being an avid listener and then trying to tell someone that there are better songs than what is the best song on the album.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
everybody's heard the best song on the album.
Yeah, I don't think it is. I still don't think it's the best song on the
Sure.
album. But
I would agree with that.
I gave it a 7. I think it's a good opener. Like I think it highlights Joey Tempest, that's the lead singer, very well. The keyboardist, obviously Mick McKaylee, and what's the guitarist's name? John Norum, I think. This isn't his best guitar work on the album.
It is not.
But it's kind of a nice introduction to those three are the standouts of the album. Not like the drummers. Not that the drummer's bad, but obviously the bass is buried in the mix like always. So like those things aren't standing out, but like those three really jump out on the album.
Sure.
So, and this is like a good little taste of what's coming. Even though I think this is the most synth-heavy song on the album, there's plenty of synth in everything, but this one is like, no, the synth riff
Is the song.
Yeah, like this
It
is
makes the
this
song.
is the thing. Yeah.
I agree with that. I still don't know that you're giving enough credence to the status of this song. I don't know how you can avoid anything less than like an 8.99999 on this song. But when you take it in the album, I can somewhat understand why you put it where you did. I
This
just
song
have
never
trouble
made it,
looking past.
how popular
Yeah,
this song is. I feel it. Because I
But I know there are songs
I did
that I
not-
feel that way.
I did not take that into consideration for my score. I'll say that.
Yeah, and I think me having not been like a daily listener for a year, when I hear this song, I'm immediately excited. I'm about to listen to the final countdown, and I'm pumped about it. Very cool, because I've not played it
there's
for
a hockey
myself
game
so
about to
much.
go.
Yeah, it definitely pumps you up naturally. It's a good song.
Yeah.
7 out of 10, I think. I can see. I'm not listening. I'm not looking. I got mine
I'm not
splayed
looking.
out. All right. So let's move on to the next
All
song.
right, Rock the Night.
All right. What do you want to hear me first, or do you want to go?
All right, I'll go first because
Okay.
I went back and forth on this. It took me days to figure out what I was gonna rate this song.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm excited to hear it now.
Okay. Because earlier I got the impression that you liked this song.
Yeah.
I went back and forth on whether I want to give this like a 9, a 9.5, or a 10. And I went back and forth on 9.5 and on 10 for days. And I thought, like literal days. And
What?
I went
What's so good about this song?
and I
Tell
went
me.
with 10. This song is just fucking awesome.
Okay.
This was the song this is the song that we would listen to, Vince and I would listen to. This was the one, like one of the last songs, like, hey, we are pulling into the fucking strip club
I
parking lot.
can see that. Yeah.
And this is the song we're listening to. It was like this and Youth Gone Wild, like with Skid Row. So like, upbeat fucking like party, or not necessarily party,
Raw. It's not
but
part
like
rock,
it's
yeah.
upbeat, you know what I'm saying? And like we're gonna have a good time. Not Youth Gone Wild, not necessarily, but it's a fun song.
Okay.
And so, and I ultimately decided that this is gonna be a 10. I'm giving this on a 10. I know the other day,
They gave it a
last week, I
10.
said that like 9.5.
It's a
reserved for
unicorn.
like 10 plus minutes.
But if you're gonna choose a moment in time
and I love this song
and a song
so
in time,
this song has such a special place, and the guitar solo is amazing. I don't think it's the best guitar solo on the album.
well, okay, we need to talk about the solo because there's 3 of them.
There is a
lick. There's 2 major licks. They're not really long enough to be called a solo, and then sandwiched in between them is a solo.
There is like so many like dive bombs and shit all over this album. The guitar work is incredible. All over this album. All over.
But the riff in this song,
like
as when you take the name
like
of this
the
song,
opening riff.
yeah, the opening riff is kind of muted throughout this song, and it like stands on those cool solos.
Yeah.
I gave it a 7 out of 10.
Yeah.
We switched, all kind of switched spots. I mean,
Yeah.
I can't give the Final Countdown a 10 because to me it's just like a really good song. It's not my unicorn.
Yeah. What I like about the guitar solo is like he's sitting there going like going for it, and then at the end, he pulls like a Dave Mustaine where he's like at the, I don't know, whatever it is, like the 21st fret, and he's like, wow, and then
Hitting the whammy bar.
and then the vocalist like takes it up a notch, and then he's like, wow, he takes it up like another step or 2, and I'm just like, oh, give it to me. I love it. I love it.
When I was listening to this song, and then when I'm thinking about another period song that to me it maybe was just more popular was Kisses. Now of course I forget it.
Yeah.
But they're like party all night song.
Oh, like rock and roll all night.
Yeah, rock and roll all night. Yeah, like
Yeah.
to me, like that was the master rock song of the time, and then this one has almost no notoriety.
And it's
Fair.
just as good. Yeah.
It's just as
That's what I'm saying. Like when people
this song is better
than
rock and roll all night.
Oh, yeah.
To me, rock and roll all night has the provenance, but I'd rather listen to this song just because it's musically more interesting.
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm going to say this. I'm going to say it.
But I'm going to use. There's a special place in your heart for this song.
This song, but I'm going to say that the guitar work, the musicianship on this album is great.
Oh yeah, I can go with you on that.
So, yeah, I'll say it.
You liked it. You liked it a lot. I can't
cheated.
see it. I'm not
cheated.
looking. I'm not looking. Jeez. All right. So I think then we move on to
Number 3, Carrie.
I can't wait to hear what you think about this
Okay.
song because.
Okay.
Do you love it?
I love this song.
Ah.
I said, that's what I said. Yo, I love this song.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
I think this really showcases Tempest's vocal range, even though he never like goes soaring and he never gets like super low, but like that octave or wherever he's at, he fucking just cruises through it, and I think he's great control over his voice.
Yeah.
I think
I'd love to know how many times it took for him to get that perfect.
Yeah, I think the guitar solo, while definitely not the most technical guitar solo on the album, it's one of the best. I think it's probably like number 2 or 3. I think it's probably 3 because I'd probably say Rock the Night's number 2.
I had just such a different experience with this song.
And let me say this.
Yeah.
Okay. So the reason I kind of like this song is because Vince had a girlfriend, or he had an ex-girlfriend before he joined the Marine Corps. He had a girlfriend named Carrie. And so, like, when we listened to this album, there's this song called Carrie, this like love song. I just thought it was hilarious. You know what I mean? So like, there's this like funny thing to it, but like, I do think it's a really good love song, even though it's kind of silly and stuff. But the guitar solo is way better than it needs to be. And yeah, go ahead. Let's hear it.
I've listened to this song. I've listened to the first half of this album more than I've listened to the back half. I'll be honest. I've probably heard this song 5 to 6 times. It never captured me whatsoever. Not at all.
Yeah.
Nothing. I could tell it was good. I'm sure it had some provenance. I'm sure there's a reason why people like this song, but my brain shuts off when I hear this song. And the only thing that I was able to note was that I felt like the opening part of this track could have been from a Disney movie. There's just kind of a little bit flowing,
Yeah. I mean, this is definitely
theatrical feel, and
trying to go for a radio.
I'm just it feels like
ballad.
their power ballad
It's
love
a power
song,
ballad, yeah.
and I've never liked any of those really.
That's fair. I mean, if you don't like that style,
Like, I know-
it's like a specific time in the '80s, with
Yeah.
that genre, that glam.
Like Poison
Rock.
has one that's supposed to be like a lot of people agree is like the best one. I know I've listened to it. I've watched the music video, and I just don't remember them. They just don't have any meaning to me, and my brain just shuts off. I gave it a 6 out of 10.
Oh, bummer. I gave it
Yeah.
an 8.
An 8.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I think I'm gonna kind of blow your mind away with a later one because
that's
of
fine.
Carrie.
That's fine.
Yeah, and it'll be interesting to see how we go. We'll definitely find the dynamics of that. So,
All right.
do you have much more to say about it?
No.
Okay, I think we can move on
Yeah.
to the next
Danger
one.
on the track.
Yeah.
All right. So this is what I'm gonna say. I gave it a 7.5,
Mm.
and the only note I said was it was danger on the track.
It is a definitive song, is it not?
But it's just like a super fun song. I don't know. It's certainly not like the best song on the album, but it's so fun. It's super high energy. I don't think it's the best. It's one that was featured in Hot Rod.
Yeah, for obvious reasons.
Yeah,
I remember that it played,
yeah,
but I didn't know who sang it.
yeah. But I don't know. I'm gonna skip this one a little bit and save some of my other.
Comments for later?
Yeah, because it's the same. There's like a really cool fucking organ solo, like a really cool keyboard solo, really cool keyboard solo. I said it like 3 times. It's
Yeah.
really fucking good.
Location, location, location.
Right, but like,
The main
It-
riff
it-
in the song is just killer.
but again, the musicianship is incredible. It's
very
amazing.
evident at this point.
It's amazing.
Um,
For like I hate to call it a throwaway, but like almost a throwaway track. You know what I mean? Like it's
this one?
yeah,
Throwaway.
yeah. I mean I don't mean it
In the
like
bestest way
in
possible.
the best way possible. In the best way possible. I don't mean it like it's a throwaway. I think the songs later in the album are more throwaway. But like this song is way better, I think, than the 4th song on an album from 1986 needs to be. You know what I mean?
Okay, I can go. 7.5 was also my score on it.
Okay.
This one was more my speed. Yeah, again, you said it's more up tempo. It's a lot of fun, but yeah, it's missing just a little bit to be a standout.
Yeah.
Killer, I put great rhythm song with expressive keyboard action. So very noted. Keyboards
Yeah.
are prominent in this one,
Yeah.
not as much as the final countdown or like the last song on the album.
Right,
But yeah, good stuff.
Yeah.
Like a lot of good things going on. I had at this point, like the first listen through, I had just said, just like based off of feel, this has the potential to be my favorite song on the album, but does not end up being.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Okay.
Gotcha.
So that moves us on to Ninja.
Yeah, I want to hear yours because I know you have an affinity for.
Okay. Wait, if you're gonna name your song Ninja,
They're talking about ancient warrior cultures.
do they discuss that at all? Do they talk
Yeah.
about any attributes?
Sure.
Do they talk about any attributes
Let's
of
pull
a
it
ninja?
up. Let me pull up the lyrics here.
Please do, because I also did. Unless I was hearing wrong and reading wrong, this is very, very loosely, in any manner, based off of actual ninjas in historical times.
They say ninjas survive. Oh, ninjas survive. If I were a noble ancient knight.
They weren't even close to the status of a knight.
So like, I don't know, but
I think they meant samurai.
I don't know, but I don't. They're
Ninjas?
They're from Sweden.
But they didn't talk about like
It was the 80s. All they could go off was the encyclopedia.
they didn't talk
They had-
about like attacks
they
in
were
the
like-
middle of the
they were
night
like-
or having stealth or having quick footwork. There was nothing about ninjas in this song.
They were like me in elementary school busting out the fucking Encyclopedia Britannica having a paragraph this long. Right?
Or
Well, this
Wikipedia if you want a modern comparison.
No, Wikipedia would have so much more.
Well, that's true. The Britannica
like,
was short.
I mean, it was like I have half a
Yeah,
page on
maybe a paragraph.
on an actual encyclopedia. Like there's nothing more. It's like this is what my project on Brazil's gonna be. How can I make this into a poster?
Surely, even with rudimentary knowledge that a 4-year-old has, they could describe a ninja way better than Europe has. Like this is, okay, be honest. Does this song have any credence to be named Ninja? Besides the fact that they say the word ninja. Be honest. Don't be contrarian just to be contrarian.
In dreams I walk by your side. With you there's no need to hide. You know, ninjas are stealthy.
Where do they say ninjas are stealthy?
No, they don't say that. I'm just saying ninjas are stealthy. So tell me the legend. Tell me the story. Tell me the tales of war. Tell me just one time what it was like before. Oh.
You could write that about anything.
Yeah, if I were a noble ancient knight, I'll
which
stand
is
by your
maybe
side
a samurai.
to rule and fight. It will
Okay, they did
always
some
feel
fighting.
the same when I call out your name. Ninjas survive.
No, and this song isn't even good.
I like this song. It's not the best. This is the first, I think, real mediocre song on the album.
Yeah.
It's okay, but it's not like great. I give
It's not
I
bad.
gave it a 6.5.
I gave it a 5.
Yeah,
It's not bad.
Perfectly serviceable song. Great guitar work. Really great dive bombs going into the solo, and I just love that a Swedish hair metal band is singing about ninjas.
But you
even
could
if so
do
loose,
so much
even so loose.
better. I think I just couldn't get past the fact
and then
that...
I said, it's hilarious, and the song is awesome. I revised my score up to 7.5.
This is like Dominator. You didn't particularly like it, and then you just showed me a playlist of songs that you listened to by Grand Magus,
Yeah,
and Dominator's on there. It had, okay, I can see how maybe like give me a few more listens to it, and I'm like, this song's just so silly, I like it.
I listened to it. I first gave it a 6.5, and then after a couple more listens, and then it's like, all right, I'm gonna write my thoughts. I was like, all right, I'm going with 7.5. But I still, I don't know.
But honestly, no way that this matches with Danger on the Track. I'm sorry. I don't care who you are. The 7.5 that you give it revised as an asterisk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe you give it 7.75 for, or a 7.
Would I give Danger on the Track 7.5? I'll give, what am I saying? Ninja. I'll give it a 7.
Okay. Alright, I gave it a 5.
I'll give it a 7.
I just didn't.
Alright. Okay, this is another one. This is another one I was very curious about what you'd think, because believe it or not,
Yeah.
Jeff, I've known Jeff for 25 years. And ever since we were little, he would say that he's part Cherokee. And
That's what I was told, goddammit.
and now that we're older, he's got like Elizabeth Warren levels of fucking Cherokee in him. Like, maybe even less.
Yeah, less than I would have thought. I
I don't
tanned
know.
very well, and everybody thought it was very believable because of how well I tanned.
And how little
And-
facial hair he had for the longest time.
Yeah, and you know what?
Which is
That's a great lesson.
terrible stereotyping.
It's a great-
I guess, but like it's true, I guess.
Yeah, it's a great lesson of be careful what you wish for, because I could never grow a beard, and it's not really a great beard anyways. And I actually wished for a beard because I could not grow one. And then I turned 27 and it actually started to fill in up here a little bit, and I could grow what is not a respectable beard, but what you would call a beard. And it had gray in it. So my point is,
You were the first one to
better
start
to have
graying.
non-gray lack of beard than it is to have a gray beard, because there's just something that I don't like about seeing gray on my face.
So I guess I can't disagree with that. I've a
The
very
point
nice full beard.
You do.
It's
Very
nice.
manly.
It's if you get up close, there's like a lot of nice colors in it. But I'd rather have a
Trade the
fucking full
grays.
head of gray hair than lose it.
Okay.
But I do like my beard. So whenever I feel like I'm getting closer, I'll probably in the next couple of years I'll probably shave my head and just call it a day.
Nah, bro, you got a lot more hair than most people do, and it's still looking good.
And I'm taller than most people, but like, it'll be all right.
Okay.
But I'm definitely keeping the beard. Oh my goodness.
Whoops. All right. So yeah, you wanted to know how I felt about Cherokee then. I don't know that I've given it high enough of a score, especially considering like I've listened to it.
Is.
Oh yeah. No, I agree. So when I look at this, like Ninja got the 5 out of 10, Danger on the Track got the 7.5.
Yeah.
My first run through of this was a 6.5. Yeah, and
right through the heart. Jesus Christ.
I put that. You've played the song for me before. I have heard the song at some point.
Probably in 2008.
But then when I like evaluated the song, I felt like it had a very common chord progression. But the song is funny.
Yeah.
Because of my 0.03% Cherokee heritage that we thought that I had a high percentage of.
Yeah.
And then my brother got a very recent like Ancestry.com.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, and there's no mention of Cherokee. And, it just says like point something percentage,
That's
very
so
small of Native American. And I don't even know that it named any specific tribes.
Yeah. Never done it. It would be like
very, very white and Caucasian. This song is what Europe does well, which is create a really good chorus mood. They do the chorus very well, and I now, after listening to it more than 3 times, get just as excited about the song as I do about either Rock the Night or Danger on the Track.
Yeah.
And I gave it the 6.5 first. I think it's 7.5 too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the note he hits when he's talking about the Trail of Tears, that note is incredible.
Yeah.
And it makes you feel something, and it makes you feel like he's feeling it.
Yeah.
And it's awesome.
Yeah. I think it's hilarious how a Swedish band can go from the far east.
Oh, and do it terribly.
And do it, well, I think they did it better than terribly. But, and do that really well. And then go as far to,
the West.
Manifest Destiny West as, from them as possible. And then just like do this so well too.
And considering the other songs on the album, I don't know why they chose these decisions. Like, I don't know why they did Ninja at all.
Yeah.
I can get Cherokee for sure, because they knew they were going to do well demographically in America, and they actually did better in America than any other country. They were the most popular.
Great songs.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think this song has the best intro of any song on the album. It's got the drums.
Yeah.
And then it kicks into a guitar riff that's so simple and so catchy that
Common chord progression. Yes.
You're just like, God damn it, I wish I'd written that.
And
you know what I mean? And
if success was easily laid out, it's this chord progression.
And like I was like, those drums, if you know that song's named Cherokee, those drums you're like, all right, those are like the Indian war drums, even though I don't, somebody would be like, they never had those. It's like, fuck, I don't know. There's a Swedish band doing it, you know what I mean?
History is all false.
Yeah, they're doing their best interpretation of it, which is fucking great, and they evoke that image, which is great, like the Cherokee warrior or whatever. Even though I'm sure the Cherokee didn't put up much of a fight, I think, to Cheyenne or whoever the fuck.
Yeah, whoever was part of like Geronimo's group, they were the tough ones.
Dude, there was this Geronimo movie that I'd watch when I was little. I just loved it. My grandpa had it on VHS or whatever. I'd watch it all the
must
time.
have been old school then.
Yeah, I can't remember what happened. It didn't go
Black
well.
and white?
No, it was color, but it didn't go well for the Indians.
Never does.
No, but it was very heroic.
Okay.
I don't have a problem with fucking Indians. I thought they fought well. God bless them.
Definitely off topic, but I always love how, like, in Hollywood, just over the past 20 years, there's all of these movies where it's ethnically oriented. Like, let's say Tom Cruise's The Last Samurai, or the guy from Gangs of New York and Daniel Day-Lewis. He plays like
Last of the Mohicans.
Yeah, Last of the Mohicans. So you got The Last Samurai and The Last of the Mohicans.
Yeah.
And it's a white guy.
Yeah. What is that?
Great choices.
Well, yeah, Daniel Day-Lewis is a great actor.
Yes.
Anyway, back to it. We gotta get back to it.
Yes.
Anyway, this is another great guitar solo. Another incredible guitar solo. And I love when the drums and bass and everything drop out, and it's like just synth and guitar doing that main riff. Da-na-na-na, da-na-na-na. And then Tempest fucking kicks in. He's like, man, like, I love it. I love this song. I gave it a 9.
You've hit this so hard, just at a level where I'm just like incapable of, because I've just only really been able to enjoy it and take note of sections, but I'm not really. It's not seeped into my bones. Whereas you've got it.
Yeah. Yeah, I gave it a 9, and now that I look back on it and like I listened to this song again on the ride up here, and I'd probably give it a 10.
Yeah,
go back and give it a 10.
2 10s out of an album.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I love this. I love this shit.
Good fun.
I will say. Okay, I'll say this. The back half of the album does
Things cool down a little bit.
Yeah,
I agree.
It lags a little.
So what's next?
Time has come. I gave it a 6, and this is a terrible song to work out to.
Yeah, it's
but it's like it's perfectly adequate like background music. Like if it,
yeah.
it's just like to play in the background. You're not gonna get distracted by it.
Yeah.
Even though guitar work I'm sure is good. But it's not like sticking to me. It's not sticking out to me like the other ones do.
Yeah, I gave it a 5 out of 10. I think what you said is perfectly good background music. If you're like listening to it and you're trying to critique it, there does exist a pretty serious guitar lick, and then another one like 45 seconds after it. There's another pretty serious guitar lick.
Yeah,
they're related obviously, but like there wasn't a reason that it needed to happen. Whereas like Rock the Night, 3 guitar solos, like. I get it. You're taking another bump of cocaine, or you're going and re-upping on some marijuana, or whatever it is you're doing to like rock the night. But with this song, The Time Has Come, like I didn't feel anything. It was perfectly background music.
Yeah.
That kind of shut down. So not too much to say about it.
Okay, then same. Heart of Stone.
I want to hear yours first.
I gave it a 6, and I said this is adequate background music.
There's something special about the song.
Yeah, I would probably have to listen to it again to really give it, but like, I was working out because I, just like you, I was able to listen to this whole thing straight through, fine. But once it came time to like write it down, once I got to these songs and like I was working out, it was like they weren't upbeat enough to sustain a workout and go and write out, you know what I'm saying? Like
it softens up a little bit for sure.
Right, so like I'm more focused on working out because the song isn't doing anything for me.
It's not adding to the experience.
Right.
I gave it an 8 out of 10.
Okay.
I like the vocal and guitar flourishes in here, and it's like it ends up being like 80s hair band tropey. Yes. Yeah. But in a more exact way that doesn't make it actually too terribly distinguishable as a song.
Right.
But as a listen, as a go through, I enjoyed it. I liked it. And I don't really it was obviously a sappy-ish song. And for whatever reason, just hit the right notes for me. I enjoy it, and now every time I listen to that song, I'm just like tapping my toes.
Yeah.
I'm smiling.
Yeah, no, I don't not enjoy it.
Yeah, it's like 6. You gave it a 6 out of 10.
Yeah, like it's like a better than average background song, I guess.
It is a song that if I'm reminded of Europe, I will go and listen to this song if it fits the mood, and I will enjoy it very much.
Yeah,
I like
that's fair.
Yeah, I've specifically played it since. Yeah,
that's fair.
Yeah,
especially since we both said like the back half of the album kind of lags. Like
the next 2 aren't
Okay. Oh
Yeah.
my God. The next two are the last two. I was gonna. All right. So, this opening guitar riff on the Loose reminds me of something you'd hear on like a Poison or Motley Crue song, maybe even a little Judas Priest or Iron Maiden-y. I don't know what exactly. It's like a little maybe because it's so simple. Maybe it's like just like the guitar tone.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But like since those last two songs were just all right, like it would have been easy to like really phone it in on the back half. But I think this is like a really like a noticeable step up from the last two songs in my opinion.
Okay, sure.
I think I say the guitar solo doesn't hold back. I can't remember, exactly what it is, but like I think it's this song, but they're like guitar flourishes all over the place. There are guitar flourishes all over this album.
Yeah. They do it right.
Yeah. It doesn't hold back. I think this might be the best guitar solo on the album.
Interesting. So, yeah, when I go through it, I think mostly just of Rock the Night as having like the key solos, just because those three are very noticeable.
Yeah.
And I just felt like this song was a little formulaic but fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This might be like, this is just average Europe, which is still good, and that's what's telling about this album is that there exists no bad song.
Like they are in a lane.
It is a complete album.
And they are fucking spreading their wings in that lane.
Exactly. We'll get to that as a summary.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just, the fact is this album has no bad songs.
Yeah. No.
Yep. 6 out of 10.
I give it 7.
Yeah. So we're actually not that far apart.
No.
And I think maybe a couple more listens and my appreciation goes up. Just the whole thing. Okay.
Yeah.
But then we can move into Love Chaser.
Love Chaser. All right.
Where you got on
Lay
this
it on.
one?
Lay it on.
5 out of 10.
Oh my God, I gave it 7.5.
7.5.
All right. All right. These lyrics are pretty cheesy, but this song is way better than the last track of an album that came out in 1986 deserves to be.
Mm-hmm.
So and I've said about just about every song on here. This great guitar solo. The guitar solo. They send you off on another great guitar solo. Maybe not the best solo. Maybe not the second or third. Probably the fourth. But like every solo on this album. Is great.
Absolutely.
Or I mean, great's subjective or whatever, but extremely well played.
Fits the song well.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's a great way to put it.
But like,
that's a song.
But you're not gonna peg Europe as having like a guitarist that is one of the best soloists. But all of these solos are fantastic.
Which is funny because this Norm, the guitarist, he left the band after this album was released.
Really? Yeah. And there might be a reason why there are no other notable Europe albums.
Oh, I was going to say, I wonder if he knew while he was recording this that this was going to be it.
Yeah.
And was like, yo, I'm going to fucking spread my wings. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to...
Does he go anywhere after this?
I don't know. I didn't check, but...
Since it's not a household name, obviously not.
I mean, maybe when I was in Accept.
Perhaps.
Or fucking...
Yeah.
Backup guitarist for Scorpions. I don't know.
He's no Slash.
Yeah. But...
Yeah, it's squeaky. It's getting worse.
I know. Why is it?
I'm sorry. Okay, so you gave it a 7.5?
Yeah.
I think that the opening keyboard riff, if you listen to it, is only 25% different than the final countdown. The first 3 notes are exactly the same.
Yeah.
And I couldn't get past that. And every time I hear it, I just like, you ripped off your own song.
You ripped off your own song.
Yeah, because it's da-da-da, and then it goes a little bit lower than the final countdown, which is da-da-dun-dun-dun. But this one just changes lower. And I'm like, you're literally ripping off the first song and then putting it into the last song and then making it not nearly as exciting or as good. So, fine.
I guess it's not as good, it's not as memorable, but I still like it.
Yeah, and that's all you need.
Yeah.
You're entitled to your opinion.
I use that opening synth riff. I made a video out in Iraq, I think.
Yeah.
And I used that as like the opening to the video. Da, na, 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 da, ba, na, na.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I think then
Sorry.
we can move into the
Overall
album review,
impressions,
overall
yeah.
impressions.
Yeah.
And I think all I will say is if you've never listened to this album, you're not currently a Europe fan, put on your big boy or big girl pants, listen to this album, and realize that you are in fact a Europe fan
Yeah.
because they are, or at least in this album,
Yeah.
they're awesome.
Yeah.
This is, of the albums that we've reviewed so far, maybe I didn't enjoy this one as much, but it is the best one, if that makes sense. You can have
I
like
feel
a
ya.
better musical presence and just generally enjoy a genre of music better.
Genre.
But this is just like cream of the crop
Yeah.
music. There's no bad song. There's no gap in the album composition.
No.
There's nothing that ever leaves you
No.
wanting.
No.
There's Ninja, despite the weirdness to me, like it was still a perfectly good song.
It like fit perfectly
Yeah,
right there, you know.
yeah,
I agree.
nothing
I-
out of
yeah.
shape.
Yeah.
I'd give it a 7 out of 10.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
it was good.
I was gonna say I think I like poisoned the well last week because I said something that I was like, this might be it's one of my favorite albums.
Yeah.
Like ever.
I
think I said-
wasn't expecting you to rate these songs as high as you did. Still,
Yeah. I gave the whole thing. I mean, basically everything you said I agree with.
yeah.
I mean, I gave the whole thing like an 8.5, but I gave it 2 10s. So I mean, maybe it should be like a 9. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
But if you're going to give it a 9, that puts it high on like all-time favorite albums.
And it is.
Yeah.
I mean, it is. It
8.5
really
is high. I mean,
It
yeah.
really is in my top, if not top 5, top 10
Sure.
albums. Yeah. So 8.5, I think is appropriate.
Do they
That's
go
right.
anywhere
Yeah, that's
from
fair.
here, from this album?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I have no idea.
yeah.
I mean,
But it doesn't matter.
Final Countdown was the only song I knew before Hot Rod.
Yeah.
You know?
What a great story. Is there anything else you want to add?
No, not really. I don't know. It's just like it's just one of those songs or albums. I was worried. I didn't think you'd like it at all.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
So I'm really pleasantly surprised that but based on us talking earlier, I was like, I think we're a lot closer
Than you would have thought originally.
than I thought. I'd hoped you would like it. Obviously, like I'm not trying to throw out bad, or
Well,
we're not trying to throw out
80s
bad albums, but like
80s hair metal
is not your style.
is not my style, but there's something about Europe that just has nothing disagreeable about it.
No.
You know, some people like, factory metal, like Rob Zombie. Industrial,
Or
if you
industrial,
want to call
yeah.
it. Industrial is like in Fear Factory, but that has a specific vibe
Yeah.
that can really just drive people away.
Yeah.
But I think you could pretty much make anybody listen to this album and they're not going to be like,
Yeah.
this is awful.
Yeah, I mean, this
How-
is like straight
this is-
arena rock. I mean, I don't want to say it's made for mass audiences, but like this is.
Well, when you say, it's always like, oh, I don't want it to be a mass audience type production. It's like,
Who gives
you
a fuck?
don't want lots of people
Yeah.
to like your music?
Yeah, fuck off.
Yeah, like, there's, okay, niche music, fine, but don't you want a lot of people to like
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that, and they do
Having
this well.
17,000 people out in the audience is better than having 17 people in the audience. 'cause
Absolutely.
It's so niche.
Yeah. Screamo, death, stoner metal,
Oh my god.
industrial.
Dude, like 15 years ago, I saw this band. I don't know who it was, but it was at, what was it, Southgate House? Is that place in Newport or
Yeah.
Covington or whatever?
Yeah.
These cats were up there wearing like cardboard fucking boxes wrapped in foil, playing like synthesizers, like. I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, how is this happening? But
sometimes you got to try something different to see if you can break the mold. And when you really, really think about it, there's not any bands like that. All of them have really good skill, musical talent, ability, and just listenability. Like, otherwise, why are you listening to it?
That's
you
true.
know, you're not listening to screeching metal that's in the notes of Disney music.
Rammstein,
Yeah.
Cinderella.
All right. Well, you want to send it home?
Yeah, I do, Jeff.
Yeah.
So next week is going to be an album that you've picked. What did you have in mind?
NWA's Straight Out of Compton.
Okay.
We've not touched anywhere close
No.
to something out of rock. And
Backstreet Boys.
that's still pop rockish. There's guitar
Pop
in it. I get it. But I mean, we are going different spectrum here now.
All right, we're gonna change gears.
I've never given this album any credence at all. I've just
I've lit-
never
I've only
spent any time listening to
No.
this album.
I've never listened to it. I've only ever heard what I've seen from like VH1 documentaries
Sure.
where it's like background music or not background, but like where they're talking about the album or
Yeah.
the what do I want to say? How do I want to word this? The climate of the 90s or 80s at the time, whatever.
Yeah.
Whenever it was.
I think this one's
The racial
going
climate.
to just like challenge us to listen to lyrics.
Oh man.
Well, I mean, because I know I'm going to enjoy the music, but I think this one's going to need analysis beyond just the sound.
Okay. Interesting.
So put on your big boy pants.
It's
Go
gonna
on
be
a
hard.
ride out of Compton.
It's gonna
And
be
we should
hard.
watch the movie too if we feel like it.
What movie? I don't have that kind
There's
of
a
time.
movie. No, neither do
I
I.
fall asleep so fast.
Good for you. All right.
All right, buddy.
Well, if you like what you saw here, if you liked what you saw here, please click the like and subscribe button, which are probably not located anywhere near where my hands are, unless I specifically put them there. Thanks again. Until next time.